Hi there. Thanks for joining me again today. My name is Jen. I am a health and wellness coach. I do focus on seated fitness. So for those of you who prefer to sit or need to sit for mobility issues, I've dedicated these exercises for you specifically. However, anyone and everyone can absolutely benefit by exercising. Even though we do exercise while we're seated, there is still benefit to it. It's still effective. It still helps work the muscles, all of your body parts, your tendons, your fibers, your oxygen flow, really helping to get fit, but also stay fit. And consistency is key. So we can become fit and we can stay fit even while we move seated. So go ahead and grab a seat if you haven't yet. I today am in a chair. It's just a standard fold-up chair with no armrests. Feel free to sit in any seat that you would like. It could be a couch or a bed, whatever is convenient. Any clothes, any attire that you wear is perfectly fine. I typically do it without shoes on, but if you want to wear shoes, absolutely fine. Tailor these exercises and these sessions to what you need specifically. I typically just wear a t-shirt or, whatever the weather is. If I'm feeling a little warm, I'll put a t-shirt on. You could wear a sweatshirt, you can wear sweatpants, jeans, tailor this to you. So today we're just gonna do a conglomerate. We'll do some warming up. We'll touch upon the legs, the arms, maybe some glutes. We'll get the heart pumping a little bit in there too. I try to keep these around 10 minutes or so, just enough to get everything warmed up and moving, just enough to get those endorphins flowing. Feel free to stop the video at any time to do the exercises for longer, or come back later in the day and do the whole series again. Also feel free to pause the video at any time to take a breath, to take a break, to get some water. So again, tailor these exercises to you. Let's go ahead and begin. Get comfortable. Try to keep your core muscles tight and taut throughout. Try and sit upright if you can, keeping that spine nice and tall. We're going to begin with 2 nice breaths. On the inhale, your mouth will be closed, raising your arms overhead. And on the exhale, feel free to open your mouth and take a nice sigh as those arms come down, really moving that oxygen throughout the body, which really warms up the muscles, gets everything flowing to how it should be in your body. So go ahead and inhale. Exhale. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. Let's go ahead and warm up the shoulder and chest and back muscles, getting everything moving and warmed up. I'm rotating my shoulders to the back and now to the front. Be mindful of your breathing. Try not to hold your breath. We want that oxygen to flow freely. Do some shoulder shrugs. Nice, long, deep breaths in and out throughout. Let's go ahead and do some wrist rotations here. Choose one direction to do the rotations about 10 times. And the opposite direction, warming everything up, loosening everything up. Let's do the ankles now. So I'm gonna go ahead and lift one ankle over the opposite knee just so that foot can dangle, and rotate that ankle in one direction and the other direction. You may find that one direction or one foot or wrist or hand is a little more flexible than the other. Go ahead and switch feet. And then you may find that one foot, wrist, ankle, hand is more tight than the other. Go ahead, other direction. I feel that myself. A little more flexibility in my right foot than in my left. All right, let's go ahead and shake. Do another breath. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to go ahead now and do some big arm rotations. So big, as big as you can do, staying comfortable and being mindful of the speed in which you're going. No need to go fast here. We want to make sure that we keep everything safe. You don't want to pull any muscles. All right, go in the opposite direction of what you just were going. Working the bigger muscles now. This feels very good. Let's stay here just a couple more. All right, let's shake it out again. Go ahead and inhale. Hold your arms up, take a wrist, and slightly bend to one side and stay here for about 2 breaths. Feeling that stretch in the waist and in the neck and in the arm. Go to center, take that other wrist and gently pull to the opposite side for a couple breaths. Back to center. Go ahead and clasp your hands or continue to hold a wrist. I'm going to clasp my hands. I'm going to push my hands up and out and then slowly bring them in front of you, keeping your arms nice and straight. Push forward with those hands and then slowly, just slowly hunch your back a little bit and take that chin to the chest and stay here for a breath. Unclasp and shake. And now, and I'll sit this way so you can see, I'm going to clasp my hands this way, push out away from me, from my body. I'm taking my shoulders down and away from my ears. And then I'm slowly going to pull those arms back to a comfort level that feels good. Tucking the chin to the chest and stay here for a breath. Unclasp and shake. I'm going to stay seated here for a moment so you can see what I'm doing next. I'm going to gently fold over my thighs. I'm going to let my head drop, my arms drop to the ground. This is going to be a very good stretch for your chest and your back. Only go as far as what is comfortable for you. So just slowly bend however far you can. Once you get to that spot, just take a couple breaths here. Slowly, very slowly come up. Very slowly. All right, now we're just going to do some simple marches, marching in place. Get comfortable again. Be mindful of your posture. Core muscles stay tight. Your spine stays nice and tall. Shoulders down and away from your ears. Just stomp into that ground. Remember to breathe. And we'll stay here for maybe 30 seconds to a minute. Remember, if you need to pause the video at any time to take a break or to get a drink, absolutely do that. Is the beauty of recording these videos. You can tailor everything to your personal needs. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our legs to the side alternately while punching out to the front. Go ahead and stop for a moment. I'm going to take my right arm with my right leg, punching to the front, and leg comes to the side. It might take a little coordination. And then take your body, let your body kind of just sway and move a little bit with that arm that punches out. And let's stay here for a little while. And breathe. As I take my leg out, I'm pointing my toe and pressing it into the ground for a little bit of muscle usage. And as I punch, I'm using resistance in my arms to help work and tone the muscles in my arms. We don't always need to use weights or dumbbells if we don't want to or if we can't. As long as you use the resistance in your muscles and body, repetition, you will get fit and toned. Movement is key and staying active is key. We don't want to live too much of a sedentary life, if possible. So we can become fit and we can stay fit even on a chair. I am feeling my heart rate, my heart pumping and pounding. That is very good. A couple more here. Now we're going to keep that same motion in our leg and we're going to punch up using a little bit different muscle grip here in the arms. This is really engaging the back and waist muscles with that stretch to the ceiling. Just a little longer here. From here, we will march in place. All right, let's go ahead and march in place again. My chair's a little squeaky. When I do my chair exercises, I like to alternate the chairs and the seats that I use, just depending on what room I'm in during that time of day. Make it convenient for yourself. Exercising and working out doesn't always have to be formal. Like making sure you can hit that gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday for 45 minutes. That's perfect if you can do it and if it works for you. But exercise and being active can be tailored to your personal needs and can be very informal and very part of your everyday life. Not always necessary to go out of our way to be active. All right, let's go ahead and stop and shake it out. Let's do a nice inhale and exhale. Shake, shake, shake. All right, if you're able to do this, I hope you'll join me. If not, just sit this one out. This is a little bit, we're gonna work our triceps. These are tricep dips. These are challenging for me. I try to do them a few times a week and I really, really feel it afterwards. So what I'll do is move my chair so you can get a little bit better of a view here. All right, you're gonna wanna sit on the edge of your seat, holding on, and then go just an inch or two away from your seat and dip. And dip. I've got my knees and my legs together. And go as low as you can. Remembering to breathe. And we'll do a few more here. This is a muscle that doesn't always get worked as often as the biceps do. Go at a nice slow pace, really using those muscles. All right, last one. Let me move my chair. Let's do a nice stretch in that arm. Taking it over the chest, grabbing your wrist with your other hand if you can, or just taking the arm and pushing it a little. You want to feel that stretch right in here. All right, other side. All right, let's do another stretch. Take your other arm, push slightly back with your other hand onto that elbow. Just push back now. If you can, gently go to the side for a deeper stretch. And let's do the same with the opposite arm. Pushing back on that elbow to get a deeper stretch. And slowly go to the side. I'm going to stay here for an extra breath. It feels so good. Shake it out. All right, let's do another sequence, starting with marching in place. Remember to breathe. You could always put music on as well while you are working out to these videos. There's not necessarily a need to hear the words that I'm saying. You can just follow along to what the exercise that I'm actually doing. Turn your favorite workout music on, maybe for some more inspiration, more motivation. All right, now we're going to do the punch to the front and the kick to the side. If you want to use a dumbbell or two, you absolutely can. Sometimes I do use a dumbbell when I work out, just for that extra work on my muscles. All right, now we're gonna punch up to the sky. If you need to go a little slower than I am going, then do that. You know your body best. Always listen to your body and what it needs and what it wants. There's no competition. All about you. Do something a little different here this next time. We're going to take both arms at the same time, continuing with the same leg movement. But we're going to take both arms, and this is tricky. Excuse me. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep this, but then taking both arms and punching. Might take your brain a second to not want to do this or this. Working out and exercising improves our mentality as well, not just physical, but mental, sharpening our brains. A couple more here. Let's do a little more marching in place, slow it down a little bit. Let's do a cool down, nice and gentle cool down. Don't mind me. I need to fix that chair a little bit. Okay, slow it down a little bit. We're going to do one more actual exercise before we finish with the last few stretches. I am going to move my chair. Let's go ahead and shake it out so that you can see again a little bit. We're going to do some squats. I said we were going to work the glutes a little bit. I want to make sure that we touch most muscle groups today. You can have the chair behind you or not. I like to so that I can kind of gauge how low my booty is getting. So several ways you can do with your arms. I like to, as I squat, put my arms out in front. You can take them up. You can hold them to your chest. Whatever is comfortable. I like to use my arms so that I'm getting even more of a total body workout. And just squat to whatever level is comfortable. And remember to breathe. Do a few more here. This is really working your thighs, your buttocks, even your calves and shins, of course your heart. If you're using your arms, then you're also working your arms, your chest, and your back. Let's do two more. All right. Go ahead and sit down again. We're gonna start our cool down stretches. So go ahead and take a nice breath, arms coming up overhead. Let's do this again. I'm gonna switch this up real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and have us do another little march in place segment here for just a few seconds, just to bring, I really feel my heart after those squats. So let's bring that heart rate down gently and slowly. Just a real slight march in place. Slow. I'm going to slow it down even a little more. All right, go ahead and stop. If this is comfortable, if you can do it, put one foot over the opposite knee, and we're going to fold again. Slowly to whatever level is comfortable. Once you get to the level where you are comfortable, hang there for a few breaths. We'll say 3 breaths. This is a great stretch in the thigh and in the back areas. And slowly, slowly come up and switch. Slowly going down and hold for a few breaths. Slowly, slowly coming up. Let's do a nice side stretch. Arms coming up. And gently stretching to one side. Stay here for a breath or two. Switching arms, grab onto the opposite one, pull it gently, and bending to the opposite side. Give yourself a hug, as tight as you can. Shake it out. Let's do some wrist rolls again, wrist rotations in one direction. And then in the opposite direction. Let's work those calves as well. So just alternating. Press the toes into the ground. Your knees are going to come up as you do that. This is a great, great stretch for the calf muscle. Feels so good when we stretch and work out our body. All right, we're going to end with 3 breaths. Arms overhead on the inhale. Down on the exhale. And 2 more. Last one. We did it. We did a wonderful, wonderful workout. Thank you again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope your body is feeling energized and refreshed and strong. Thank you again. Join me next time. Feel free to like and subscribe to my content if you do enjoy it, and I appreciate you guys. Take care.